My name's Sarah Lawton, I'm the Director of Rise Construction Framework. We are a one-stop shop for capital works and services. Slightly different from other procurement frameworks because we exist for the benefit of our communities.
My name's Gemma Roberts. I'm the Service Manager for our Safenet Refuge within Safenet Domestic Abuse Services. Safenet provide safe refuge and support to people who are experiencing domestic abuse within the home environment and within the community. We provide refuge space as well as advice to people if they are living within their own homes.
Without Rise, we wouldn't have as many hours for children's workers to be here, to be supporting the children that are coming into this service. And that would directly impact children and families who are victims of domestic abuse. Without Rise, the support wouldn't be there, and that would mean that there would be children who would not be getting one-to-one support, not be accessing groups that's good for their social and personal development. Because we also do parenting groups for the mums, things like that wouldn't be able to take place without the support from Rise.
I've seen what happened without that funding. When I first started 4 years ago, there was only one support worker. Still the same amount of children, still the same amount of work to go around, but there was only one. So I've seen the massive impact that Rise has made on just having 2 extra people there to talk to explore different ideas with, different skills that people bring in to the role, because we all have really different backgrounds, and just the time as well to make sure that we're fitting in every child that week that we need to see, and making sure that we fulfil the child's needs, the mum's needs, and what the service needs as well.
I love my job. I think my job is so important. It was only in 2021 that children were recognised as victims of domestic abuse legally. So I think in more recent years it's become a lot more obvious that children really need the support following the traumatic events of domestic abuse. I love seeing the happy endings from my families, but I also recognise how impactful we can be even when the families don't have the perfect journey.
I don't think I can quantify the gratitude that I personally feel, and I know that our organisation feels, about the support we receive from Rise, because the magnitude of the impact it has on our service and on the hundreds of children that we support each year has ripple effects that not only last the experience of our children, but their experiences to go on into their lives. I mentioned about Christmas and the magic that we're able to provide here. Rise is our magic, and that is that's probably the best summary I can give, really. It's vital support to allow us to be as necessary and as magical as possible, and that's so important for the children.
Hello, I'm Caroline. I'm the Director at UDevelop CIC. UDevelop is a personal development organisation, and we work with local people in the whole of Lancashire, Cheshire and South Lakes. We also do community engagement work to help people within communities to upskill, lower health inequalities and improve communities. We've run 4 different phases over the last 10 months, and we've done phase 1, which was the community consultations, working with the local people, going and doing door knocks, and speaking to people face to face and bringing people into the community centre for the community consultation. Then we ended up looking at all of the statistics and all of the different reports that we got from that, and then developed a programme of delivery sessions. So we looked at supporting local groups like Rhythmicality, Jolly Tots, bringing families into the centre.
I'm Susan. I'm a local resident. I live literally 100 yards from here. If there was no Caroline, there would be no community centre. And that's as much as I feel about Caroline. She has the ability to make you see the best in yourself and to see what you can give back to others. As I say, at 70-year-old, I thought my giving days were over and done with. But she's made me realise that I still have that potential in me somewhere to give something back to others, whether it be my knowledge, my ability to adapt. It's just something that Caroline has brought out in me, and not just me. She's done this to other people. Angela, for example, as well. We were neighbours, but we didn't know each other. Now I class her as a very good friend.
Caroline was talking about the walk and talks, and I thought, yeah, is it for me? So I decided to come on one of the walks, and the more walks I come on to, and joined every Thursday, it was great, because walk and talk, and you just forget your worries. And it's just great to get that bit of fresh air.
If it wasn't for Rise, people wouldn't have been able to access that, there wouldn't have been any awareness, and things wouldn't have happened. So thanks to Rise, they've managed to change more than, I think it's over 900 people's lives just over the last few months, which is remarkable. Rise has put a rise on Chorley East.
It's given me life.
It's changed and improved people's lives in the Chorley East area. And it's provided people with sustainable changes.
Without the community centre, we'd have nothing. And the more that we talk about it in our local area, the more people will come and join. I see more of the inside of this building than I do at home. Because when you're at home, it's depressing, but when you're here, you're with people.
My name's Davine Ford, and I work for Big Life Group Services. So Big Life is a social enterprise that does many, many different services. So we have services that include mental health, counselling. We respond to the community needs across Manchester. Rise has supported our Mother Hub programme, which is a programme working with mothers with children under 2 and going through pregnancy. So the Mother Hub programme was set up to combat health inequalities for women from diverse communities who have experienced lack of support during pregnancy and in the perinatal stages. So without the funding from Rise, we didn't have the funding, we didn't have the money to do the one-to-one activities for the individuals to get one-to-one support. So, you know, funding is essential for some people to get the opportunity. In this case, a lot of it is around counselling when they've gone through something traumatic so that they can move on with their life. So it's essential that funding is there so that services can be provided at a community level to meet the community need. And we're thankful to Rise for playing its part and providing what the NHS couldn't, because, you know, there's lack of funding all around, but people are living in an economic crisis. So providing that support to community organisations like the Mother Hub is essential and critical. So Rise are making a massive difference to the lives of so many.
When we first started on this journey, people were sceptical that we could do it, but it's been a journey of hard work, but a journey of massive impact, and a journey that we've been able to support the public sector, not just with procurement, but by investing in projects that have an impact on their frontline services.